This weekend, I played in my local game store's weekly Pokemon tournament with Festival Lead. I finished a record of 3 wins and 1 tie, ending up at 2nd place. I decided to play Festival Lead because of the newly printed Gladion. Gladion is a support card that reads, when this is the last card in your hand, you may play this. And when you do, your non-rulebox Pokemon's attacks do 80 more damage. This is much more powerful than it reads in Festival Lead, because due to the powerful Festival Lead ability, you are attacking twice, meaning 100 plus 80, 180 times 2, 360 damage. This kills anything in format. If I edit the card to function how it does in Festival Lead, this card looks a lot more broken now. However, with this new card added to the deck, we need to change our list up a bit. So here is my Festival Lead deck list in my own style. I decided to cut as many unplayable cards as possible. So this means I decided to cut any card that I couldn't just play automatically. So this means I don't play extra supporters like Dawn that you might normally see in these lists, because this card is unplayable when I want to be playing Gladion on my turn. So here, instead of a Lana's Aid, we have a Sacred Ash. This provides the same kind of utility, but as an item card I can play anytime. On top of this, by cutting the Dawns, I was able to put in extra Bull Search. So now we have 4 Buddy Puffin, 4 Pokepad, 3 Ultra Ball, and 3 Bug Catching Set. That totals up to 14 Bull Search effects in our deck. That means almost a quarter of our deck is good, consistent cards we want to see on turn 1. This means we're going to have a much easier time in setting up. On top of this, we now play 3 Ultra Ball to be able to discard cards from our hand. All of this means that we can consistently hit those big KOs against those really high HP, Megas, or Stage 2 EX Pokemon. But of course, we still have a copy of Kieran here, so we can hit those high HP KOs when we can't bin our entire hand. This will become especially useful when we have important resources that we can't discard. Next up, here's a brain teaser. In this scenario here, our Dipplin has been attacked and KO'd by a Dragapult. Both of our bangles have been used, so the only way we can kill this Dragapult is by using Gladion. So here the Dipplin gets KO'd, we promote Goldeen so that we can guarantee to use the Festival Lead ability, even though we do have a Pokepad in hand to search for a Dipplin. We then draw for turn and we get the Stadium. Stadium is very good because we need it for our attack. Now here in this situation, we have a guaranteed 3 unplayable cards. We already have the Gladion in hand, so that's one of the requirements for our turn. We then also have 2 extra supporters that we cannot use because we're going to play the Gladion. We then also have 2 energies. We can only attach 1 energy a turn, so the other one has to be useless. So in this scenario, we would also want to set up another attacker. The best option here is going to be another Applin, as we can guaranteed KO anything. So here we're going to play the Pokepad, search out our deck, just deck check. We're going to get an Applin, bench that down. We're then going to play another Pokepad and we're going to get down the Dipplin. Here we have 2 choices of which energy to attach. This one has a benefit. We already have a Grass Energy in our bin for recovery options with a Night Stretcher, so we know we don't need the Grass Energy, and Growing Energy has a better effect. So you might say here we also have a Seeking that's unplayable. But what we're going to do is we can evolve, so that's 1 less card in the hand. We can then play the Stadium. We can then use the search effect of Boom Boom Groove, search out Secret Box. We are then going to play Secret Box and discard these 3 cards. So off of the effect of Secret Box, we now need to search for a supporter, a Stadium, a tool, and an item. In this scenario, we already have a Stadium and the support we need for our turn, so we don't want to get any more because there'll be dead cards. In the deck, there is no tools, so the only thing we can search for is an item. Next turn, we are probably going to need a Dipplin and a Grass Energy. So what cards in our deck get us one of those things? Bug Catching Set, Night Stretcher from the bin, Pokepad and Ultra Ball. What item cards can we get that are usable? Switch and Buddy Puffin. Switch has the possibility to be of use to us, so we're just going to get the Buddy Puffin and we're going to get it and then we're just going to bin it. We're thinning bad cards out of our deck to reduce the chance that we draw something bad. We are then going to bench the Applin and we're then going to use Gladion. Now that we have an empty hand and we've used Gladion, we've already got the effect, we can then use Thwackey. Off of Thwackey, we want to get something that will help us in the future. So looking at our next turn requirements, what have we already highlighted that we'll need? Either a Dipplin or a Grass Energy. So we'll just get a Pokepad. You can say you would get a Bug Catching Set. Now Bug Catching Set is likely to hit Dipplin or a Grass Energy. Now, but due to us having 2 search effects, Pokepad is a very good idea and it guarantees it, whereas we can then search out something like Grass Energy and Gladion. We will then retreat into the Dipplin and we will attack for 180, doing 180 damage to the pulp. We'll then use the Festival Lead ability to attack for 180 again, taking 2 prize cards. That is a little hypothetical scenario of this deck, showing you how it works and the different kind of nuances involved. I'm a coach and I hope you enjoyed the coaching part of my video. I hope this was useful to you and it showed you maybe something you didn't know about this deck. Anyway, that has been my video on Festival Lead. I highly recommend you give this deck a try as it is very powerful coming into Worlds, with Gladion making it easier for us to hit KOs.